I'm Nicole.
I'm Rolando.
And I'm Eddie Z.
And this is Remakes, Reboots, and Revivals.
An original podcast
about unoriginality.
And this is a special episode to close off both our Nosferatu series and our Wolfman series with a YouTube exclusive where we talk mainly on vampires and werewolves. Which do we prefer? Which do we find scarier? Which, overall just does it for us.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, how do we feel? Team vampire or team werewolf overall?
I mean, I think I'm more team vampire just because I feel like vampires have more longevity.
Literally. What about you?
Werewolves.
You prefer werewolf media?
Yeah, because it's so complex and like the mood swings and the broodiness and it's like, the very savageness, primal, animalistic.
Okay. Oh, I'm the tiebreaker here. Overall, when it comes to the media, I think the media I prefer is vampires.
Yeah.
Overall, when it comes to the actual lore and characters, it actually might be werewolves.
Also, costume design for werewolves.
Ooh, also costume
You
design.
get way
I like that
better
too.
costumes than vampires.
So that then leads me to it. Let's start with vampires first. Favorite vampire character in movies and television? This is very wide, right? Vampires have been, since Nosferatu of 1922 up until this year, over 100 years of characters. So we have a lot to choose from. But Rolando, do you have a favorite vampire?
It might be from TV.
Okay.
And it's not just one vampire. It's probably like all of them. But you know what? If I had to pick my favorite vampire, they come from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And if I had to pick one vampire to rule them all, it would probably be Drusilla.
I knew it.
Oh.
How did you know? Why did you think it was Drusilla? What did you think? You really thought it was going to be Drusilla?
I really thought it was gonna be Drusilla.
Why?
Oh my god! It speaks to you.
It does.
Because the drama, especially because she's all sick and everything, like.
She starts off sickly. She becomes all powerful. She becomes like the big bad for another season. She's part of the reason why Angel's so fucked. I don't know why. Like, she was just one of my favorite vampire characters in the series. I much preferred her to Angel. Much preferred her to Spike. But yeah, she was just great. She's a great TV character and great villain. And I love that for her and us who got to consume it and enjoy it.
I actually know who Drusilla is, so I feel in on this.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Were you not a Buffy watcher?
My sister was, so I
such a good
saw
show.
it vicariously through her, but didn't continue without her.
It's a show I kind of want revived. I kind of want it revived. I'd be okay with a reboot, cautiously optimistic, but I would love a revival.
Eddie, what about you?
So he took my Drusilla because I really was gonna say Drusilla.
Were you really?
Yes.
Oh, they were married.
All right. So we're talking about vampire, right? We're
Yeah.
talking about vampire.
Vampire.
Okay. What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, that's a good one.
Nausea.
Nausea is a good one from the TV show, not the
Yes.
film. Why?
Just love her layers. I love that she carries this little doll around that
That's
has her
right, yeah.
human soul, like has her soul in it. I love how she treated what's the other guy? Guillermo. She's my crap, but that one time when she looked out for him and protected him
When he was trying to come out?
when he was trying to come out,
Yeah,
that one,
that's
and
a
then when
good
she
episode.
tried to save him from that place they were experimenting on vampires or something.
Oh my God! Yeah. That's right.
But the
right.
coming out story
Was a
that
good
was perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was perfect.
She-
So, as a character, I really love her as a character.
Now, Nicole, I know this. I learned this on Halloween of all times that you're not the biggest fan of What We Do in the Shadows, the TV show.
Yeah, I saw a couple episodes, and I just was not implored to watch more.
Wrong.
So, but I know a lot of people love
wrong.
it.
It's
I know
such
a
a
lot
good
of people
Good.
love it.
We're like avoiding watching the season finale. That's
Series
how much
finale.
series finale.
The
Series
series
finale. That's how
finale.
much we love it.
Yeah. 'Cause I don't want to say goodbye to these characters. I've grown to love them so much. Actually, I'll give this. Colin Robinson's Energy Vampire might be my runner up. Shout out, special shout out. What is it? Honorable mention
That's a good one.
for
That's a good
vampire
one.
because it's such a great concept of the vampiric lore. What's
Okay.
yours?
My pick for vampire is from the 1983 movie The Hunger, and the vampire is
Hunger.
Catherine Deneuve as the ultimate bisexual queen.
Yes.
Who has David
Yes.
Bowie as a partner, but is so
Yes.
entranced by Susan Sarandon,
Oh,
and then like
wow.
implants herself in these people, and then they become obsessed with her, and all they can think about is her until she like slowly drains the life out of them, and you know like literally like turning pale and being drained of blood, and just this obsession taking over your life. The hunger.
Interesting.
Having
Never. Yeah.
multi-meaning here. Directed by Tony Scott. It's just again the vibes, the goth vibes, and the the not mainstream vibes of the 80s that were happening in that movie are to die for. Not a great movie, and the ending kind of sucks. But ultimate bisexual queen, Catherine Deneuve, The Hunger. Werewolves. Now here's the thing. I haven't seen too many werewolf movies, so I have to go first. Just in case somebody picks this one, because I think you guys also might not pick it.
You might pick it. You might pick
Maybe?
the one I'm thinking of.
Maybe?
Is
Okay.
not okay. Go.
Is it from the 80s?
No. I'm
Great.
thinking- okay.
Fantastic. My pick is An American Werewolf in London.
I hate you.
That was what you were gonna pick.
That's my pick. Go on.
Because that movie was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And the portrayal of turning into a werewolf, first of all, that practical effects
Yes.
where you
Yup.
watch him turn and like that his head hurts and then he starts screaming and his whole body starts burning. A fantastic and truly horrific transformation. His dead friend is like haunting him as a decaying corpse and telling him that he has to kill himself in order for them to all be laid to rest. And this movie, by the way, is a comedy.
Yeah.
Like truly one of the perfect balances of horror and comedy to show you something that like is actually kind of lighthearted fun and truly scary. And then like the whole, pouncing on Piccadilly Circus ending, like it's just so good. I feel like if I had seen Ginger Snaps, I would pick Ginger Snaps.
Oh,
but
you
I
haven't seen it?
I'm a failure as a lesbian. I haven't seen Ginger Snaps.
Interesting. You should pick that because I thought that's what you were going to pick.
Uh-huh.
And that's why I said like maybe I don't want you to go first. But yeah, that's going to be my pick. Ginger Snaps. Come on. Nothing. I think Ginger Snaps captures beautifully that tumultuous time period of our puberty, and throwing werewolfism in it. It's just like suddenly it's just like, wow, this really works. Like, you don't know what's happening to your body, so you think this is all normal.
This is true.
Like, it's not a comedy, it's a horror, but it's like I feel like there's comedic elements to it.
Yeah, no, and that's the classic, like, what the werewolf is a metaphor for, like puberty and coming into your own as a person. We talked about that in our Wolfman episode, so like that's such to me, a classic portrayal of what it is. I thought you were gonna pick something that Eddie might pick, but if Eddie doesn't pick it, I'm gonna say it. So I'm gonna hold on it because I really was convinced you were gonna pick this.
Oh, I'm curious.
Eddie, what are you gonna pick?
All right. So the UK version, the original of Being Human.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
all right.
The
Okay.
character George Sands, who was the werewolf.
That was played by Russell Tovey?
Yes, played
Yeah,
by
okay.
Russell Tovey. So basically, whoever remembers Three's Company, a vampire, a werewolf, and a ghost live together as roommates, as flatmates. And it's
British.
it's like the shit that they get into. And it has relationships, the complications of being who they are in relationships with other people, romantic relationships, and keeping a job, and trying to pay rent, and all those crazy things, and then dealing with, I turn into a werewolf once a month, and I need to suck blood, or I
Right.
need to
to
drain.
Oh shit!
Which is it got remade by American TV for the Sci-Fi Channel. Back when it was called Sci-Fi, I think, too, not SYFY.
Yeah.
Who has the worst transformation? Becoming a vampire or becoming a werewolf?
Werewolf.
Without a
Werewolf
doubt.
is like way worse.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. Like,
Depends on the vampire one, because some of them it happens 1, 2, 3.
but the vampire one happens only once. The werewolf one, you're going
It's
through at least once a
constantly.
month.
True. Yeah, I mean now you know what it's like to be a woman. guys.
That's why Ginger Snaps also
Yeah, there you go.
works. Like,
It works.
That's true. Do we have any other ones before we do sexy or scary? Or?
what were you gonna say that you thought I was gonna pick?
I was convinced you were gonna pick Teen Wolf.
No, I don't like Teen Wolf.
I thought you liked
I
the new one
love
because it
Teen
was
Wolf.
super like homoerotic.
It was, I think, queer baiting.
Very queer.
Yeah, but I
okay.
wouldn't call it homoerotic.
Indeed.
Maybe homoerotic, sure, but like it was very
Oh,
queer baiting.
Queer baiting.
baiting.
Okay, I never saw it, so.
It was, it's from MTV. It was like a weird remake of the '80s classic film with
Michael J. Fox.
Thank you, Michael J. Fox. But no, yeah, Teen Wolf. I would prefer actually the 1980s Teen Wolf to the MTV Teen
Yeah,
Wolf. To
I
be
mean,
quite honest.
like literally this guy with the varsity jacket on playing basketball, but he's a werewolf. It's just like the ultimate 80s vibe right
and
there.
MTV wanted to play lacrosse.
Oh, boring.
Very, very white.
Yeah.
Although the main actor was like half Latino.
I don't think so.
Oh,
No,
okay.
yeah, he was. He played
Oh.
J-Lo's son in Made in Manhattan, I think. That's where they know each other.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway. Go on.
Okay, so we're gonna do a quick round of sexy or scary. You guys have to give immediate responses to it. Don't think about it too much.
Okay.
And
I
because
can do this.
there are so many, really kind of overly sexualized men portrayed in both vampire and werewolf media properties,
As they should.
I thought that it would be really fitting if I, the lesbian, gave the breakdown for these men, and you guys told me overall what you guys think.
Go for it.
We're gonna do vampires first, okay? And both of you, just say it quickly. Gary Oldman as Dracula,
Not sexy.
Not sexy.
not sexy.
No.
Eric Northman, True Blood.
Oh,
Not sexy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Lestat, Tom Cruise.
Not sexy.
Lestat, the reboot.
Oh, sexy.
Maybe. If I was drunk.
Kiefer Sutherland, Lost Boys.
Not sexy.
No, not sexy.
Ooh, okay.
Interesting,
Cullen.
but not sexy.
Edward Cullen, Twilight.
Hard.
No,
Pass.
yeah,
Not
yeah.
sexy.
Ugh.
Bill Skarsgård, Nosferatu.
Not sexy.
Mm-mm.
Are you kidding?
No.
No.
The fact that some people have been sexualizing him
Some
is
people
crazy.
have been,
But yeah,
yes.
no, not sexy.
Okay. And Spike, Buffy.
Also, no, not sexy.
No.
No?
Not
Never
too much
found,
into
no, I never
blondes.
found James Marsden. I also never found Angel sexy.
I was gonna say
Oh,
Angel.
Nope, not sexy.
Yes.
Really?
I thought he was the ultimate '90s heartthrob.
No, I was never into him either.
Especially first season when he's all broody and like.
I never liked him. I never found him
so
attractive.
mysterious.
I never found him. I felt like Buffy could do better. I actually thought Xander was cuter than Angel.
Who's Naja's partner in What We Do in the Shadows?
Laszlo.
Laszlo sexy?
No.
Laszlo. Interesting, but not sexy.
Nandor.
Nandor's sexy.
Sexy. Nandor's.
And I say it this way.
Ah.
Nandor's sexy.
Yeah. Like Nandor is, and I do ship him and Guillermo.
And he's bisexual.
They're pan.
They're all pansexual.
Yeah, they're all
They're all
pansexual.
pansexual. They're all-
Yeah.
Okay.
On that
Which I
show.
love as
Okay.
a depiction of vampires.
All right, now we're gonna do some werewolves, okay? David Kessler, American Werewolf in London.
Well, he was a.
Are we
good
talking about
looking,
him
yeah.
as a human or him
Yeah.
as a vampire, as a werewolf?
Are werewolves sexy at any point?
I don't. Some
Oh.
as community sometimes they are. Sexy.
Sexy.
Ooh, okay. Scott McCall, Teen Wolf. Michael J. Fox.
Not sexy.
Oh yeah, I've always had a crush on Michael J. Fox. So yeah.
Ooh. Jacob, Twilight.
Not sexy.
Yes. Yes.
Really? With that forehead?
Everybody has a forehead. Let's go.
His was very pronounced.
And I don't know if you guys know this one. Lucian from Underworld.
Oh yeah. Not sexy.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Oz, Buffy.
No.
Oh,
Not sexy. You found him sexy?
something cute. I found him interesting.
Oh.
Seth Green.
Seth Green. Yeah,
Think
I would
about
say
that.
not sexy in my opinion. but-
But Seth
Mine doesn't
Green,
count.
like that, like
That's even worse. I feel like that's like
Yeah.
pure 90s.
Huh.
Like, you know what I mean?
And what about Larry Talbot from The Wolfman that we covered? Sexy or not sexy? I think we all know, but let's just say it.
yes,
Sexy.
Yes.
He's sexy.
Yes.
Okay. Well, what do you guys think? You find any of these people sexy? What do you prefer, vampires or werewolves? Have you listened to our Nosferatu or Wolfman episodes? You should. You should also like, subscribe, and comment below your thoughts. And we will catch you on the next YouTube exclusive. Until next time.
Ooh.
Stay unoriginal.
That's Wolf for Stan Original.